car behind me. He's like, what is this dude doing? All right, day number 3. We're running a short errand. So this is gonna be a highlight on very residential driving with Autopilot. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the system right here, and we're gonna let it go up to 30 miles an hour, 5 miles over. And here, let's see, it should show a person. There you saw a person on the screen. And here it's gonna get confused. It's not gonna know which lane to take.
Now turn right.
So I'm gonna take over because we actually need to go to the right here. Now, when we go through this little turn here, I'm gonna have to slow down. Hopefully this person in back of me doesn't get upset because it's experimental every single time. It does not get any better here. Okay, so it's on. I'm gonna turn it way down. It fails on this corner for some reason every single time. I'm gonna slow it way down. Okay, here we go. See, it can't make that turn. So I had to take over. It seems very simple, right? But it's never been able to do that. So we'll keep going here.
In 500 feet, turn right to stay on Boat Road.
All right, so
now turn right to stay on Boat Road.
Autopilot is off at the moment. Once we get on this other road here, I'll turn it back on. All right, so here we go. Take this turn, 35 miles an hour. So if I turn it on right now, it'll go to 5 over, which it was 25 for some reason, so it went to 30, and then it locked in at 30, saw the 35 mile per hour speed limit sign, and left it at 30. So I'm actually going under the speed limit. I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up. There we go. Okay, now here's some people crossing. Let's see if it slows down or sees these people. Okay, no braking. Okay, we didn't get close enough to have any effect with those people there.
In 500 feet, turn left onto North Springinsgith Road.
All right, and then up here we're gonna turn left.
Now turn left.
So I'm just gonna let it do what it needs to do, but again, I'm gonna have to take over for the turn here. So, put my blinker on. All right, light is green. I'm gonna tell it to go through, and then I'm gonna take over halfway. Taking over, so I went up to take over rather than braking. Sometimes, even if you brake really lightly, it still counts as aggressive braking. So I almost never use the brake pedal. At least not while they're tracking my safety score here. So here we are, 35 miles an hour. Okay, it's slowing down. So there, it just slowed down to 25, 23 miles an hour. It saw the sign. I believe it does that because it sees the sign about this school being here, is my guess. But what's interesting is it will go down, the speed will go down, but the setting will remain the same. So unlike the phantom braking instance on the highways, where you can visibly see the max speed setting drop, in this situation, it just goes down automatically for, I believe, because there's a school there. All right, so coming up to the stop light. All right. And there's no interventions here, nothing that I need to do. So it pulled me through because it's already been driving for a little while. Now here's a school zone again. Once again, it slowed down to 25, even though the setting was 35. So here it says end school zone. What's interesting is that those school zone signs are not showing up in the animation. So it's either seeing them and acting accordingly, or it's reacting to map data. So here I'm gonna have to tell it to go forward. So it is our turn. I'm gonna go. So all I did there was just push down once to tell it to resume going forward. All right, so now I have to turn here. So I'm gonna put on my blinker.
Now turn right onto Norwell Lane.
Slow down. Make the turn. No braking involved.
Now turn left.
So this is manual driving right now. I'm gonna pull into this parking lot here, and I'm actually picking up my daughter here. All right, so I thought I'd draw attention to this. Normally I wouldn't point something like this out, but to open up the doors on the Model 3, there's a little lock icon up here. You're gonna see I moved my finger up to unlock the doors. Unlike other cars where the unlock button is on the doors themselves, you have to use the screen. There's another way inside of the screen menu options, I believe, to unlock the doors, but this is the fastest and easiest way. It's just not very intuitive.
Daddy, you're late.
Oh, I thought you were gonna walk around the other way.
Oh.
There's lots of cars over there waiting. All right, so we are back on the main road. We're gonna go ahead and turn on autopilot. There's some cones there with the car, so it's gonna go around that. Now, it will hit objects that are in the road that are low enough to the ground. It will avoid all the large objects, but the small objects, it will drive right over them. So you do have to be careful. So here, the max setting is 35 miles an hour. The speed limit is 30. And now we are good to go. So there, see how it slowed down? It actually went down to, that was very strange. So the car behind me was really wondering what was happening there, and I don't even know what was happening. But I let it do what it was doing. Now usually you press forward to get through those situations. Okay, so here's a car, they're stopped, and some bicyclists. I'm gonna try to go around. Okay, the car aborted. It did not change lanes. Not sure why. So we'll keep going here, and we're gonna have to turn right here soon, so I'm gonna get in the right lane. So there, it aborted again. Try it again. Definitely need to get over. Okay, it aborted a third time.
In 500 feet, turn
Fourth
right
time.
onto West Schomburg Road.
Okay, a fifth time. That's not very good. We'll keep going here. All right, had to take that turn real wide there to avoid any aggressive turning or braking. Normally I wouldn't have done that, but extra caution is needed. So I've been doing that a lot. When I take turns, they're very wide. I actually was driving, I think it was on Saturday, and I plowed straight through an intersection. I went straight through it. I mean, not all the way, but I was definitely in the middle. I had to back out of it. I did not want to get any hard braking events. Okay, so there it's stopping. It's actually quite a ways back. I think it's behind the line. So autopilot unable to proceed. So here it's asking me to take over. I do have to go left. There's nobody behind me. There is a car coming on the left. So I'm just going to take my time here. If I turn the left blinker on, we're going to do an experiment here. If I turn the left blinker on and then push forward to go through, I thought initially it would turn left, but watch what happens. Even though it says it can't proceed, I'm going to try. And you get that error. So that's what happens today. So the school bus is going 26. So now there was some hard braking. I think it just saw that car on the side of the street. Now it's hovering way on the right. Now this is not good because it's going to interpret that car as a stopped car, and it would have completely stopped. All right, so I'm manually driving, and we'll come up here. We're going to attempt this turn once again. I've noticed this turn up here is better going this way versus the other way. So you saw it fail the first time as we were going around the corner. There's nobody behind me. At least there's a big enough gap so I can do this test here. I almost never take this turn on autopilot. Oh, they're closing the gap quickly behind us. They're coming up quick. So I'm going to chance it. So I'm just going to slow down, and we're going to see if it makes it through. So it has made it through. You just have to go slow. So here we go.
500 feet,
Slowing down. I'm going down to
drive.
11. Come on, 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 come on. Come on, come on. Oh, it went over the line. Okay. So this car behind me is like, what is this dude doing? All right, and then we have a sliver of opportunity here with these lines to turn it on here. And again, I don't usually use it on these roads just because it's not entirely reliable. All right, we're going to go ahead and check it out. Let's see what our safety score is after today's drive. We drove about 5-6 miles. And yes, 6 miles driven, safety score 100. Success! We move on. Day number 4 coming ahead tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.